evening, everybody!
Good evening,
sorry, it's the immediate past president. But I think you can be forgiven because I haven't been down very, very much. So it's lovely to see everybody. I apologise for not having the gavel, but the gavel is with the president who has COVID. I'm clean. So that's why you're being subjected to me. So this is not some kind of usurper coming in to reclaim the reins. We're definitely handing back to Apples next week. Thank goodness. Oh, so he's not here next week.
Basically won't be here.
It's 2 weeks in you've got to do.
He's completely mugged me.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, we might do a double back to back. Anyway, but it's lovely to see everybody.
Stop posing for the camera and look at us.
I'm sorry. I should do. Well, you can come around and we'll talk to everyone else. So I do have, thank you, because he's such a diligent president, and he was going to do the YouTube news himself, and I said I don't mind doing a double. So he's handed me basically 3 pages full of stuff because I have noticed that when Apples does the news, he does it absolutely properly. And I never went into this much detail, but there's plenty to talk about. And I've also got the help of Paul Ostrich here, future president, to go through the results from Aldershot this weekend, because we had the Southern Road relays as well. But before we go to that, and then we're going to send everyone home with a smile, because we have Ponty with his ball bag to go through the 300 Club. So it's going to be a bumper President's News this week. But first off, club records. There were an amazing amount of club records broken in the week. Starting with the under 13 boys 75 metres. Piers Spencer Sims, a name I'm sure we'll hear lots about in the future, achieved 9.78 to set a club record in the under 13 boys 75 metres. We had an under 15 boys 4x200 record of 2:37.5 set by Verster, Morell, Valens and McCausland. In the M35 2K steeplechase, Blair Wilson set 6:45.75, and in the M45 triple jump, Matt Ellerton achieved 9:21. And then the last of all, I don't know if you saw the pictures of the Kent ladies decathlon champion stood next to the men's decathlon champion, which is such a great picture. So Lewis Church, who used to be a second claimer for the club, who stands at about 6'4", and our own Holly Platt, who stands at about 4'4". But she set a new ladies decathlon record as well. So a really, really great week on the record front. So round of applause for them. And of course, we're getting to sort of the end of the track season, and one of the highlights at the end of the season is the English Schools multi-events, which also has the race walking events as well. So we always do very, very well at that. I do have a report here from Alex Pope, so I'll just quickly whip through a few of the results because we were very, very well represented, and I think we do need to thank Alex Pope for his attention and his effort in terms of coaching multi-events. He's really harnessed the talent that we have in the club. It's really, really good. In the under 15 junior boys pentathlon, Joshua Dako got 4 individual personal bests. And when it's a pentathlon, I mean, that's quite an achievement. 4 out of 5 and he's scoring personal best. That's really what you want to do. We also had, so he helped the Kent team come second in the junior boys category. So on his English Schools debut, he got to be ranked 10th in the UK. It's a very, very good effort. In the under 15 girls pentathlon, Kichi Yukai ran a PB of 12:36 in the 75 metre hurdles. She ended up coming 6th in the competition as well, so she finishes the season 3rd best in the UK on the power of 10 with 3,057 points. Alyssa Furler was in there as well, very promising multi-eventer. Very good at the shot, 9:55, and the long jump, 4:51. She got a PB score of 2,750. and the girls were the top 2 finishers for Kent, and Kent won the junior girls team competition. So great effort from the Blackheath girls there. In the under 17 girls heptathlon, Daisy Snell, who's featured very, very prominently over the years, she ran a PB in the 80-metre hurdles. She finished 9th in the competition overall, 4,306. Tallulah PB'd in the 200, 27.98 for that. She also finished 11th, just behind Daisy, with a new heptathlon PB of 4,202. Sienna Kidd got a PB in the high jump as well, 1m50, and that helped Surrey win the competition. So very, very good there. So obviously we've got girls that represent Kent, girls that represent Surrey too. Then we had the under 13 Masters and Combined Events Championships at Erith, which was on the 17th and 18th of September. A whole raft of things going on in the junior athletes, but if I just look at the Kent Vets Championships, Ashley Reid came 3rd in the M40 100 with 12.12, 2nd in the 200 with 25.13. Darren Cornell won the M40 1500 in 4.52. It's pretty handy for an M40. Matt Ellerton won the M45 2K walk in 12.13. And it's a club record, is it, for Matt? Fantastic. So another club. So you got 2 club records in the week. Peter Hamilton, 2nd in the M70 800 with 3.25. And Ashley Pearson, 2nd in the women's 800 with 2.40.26. So very, very good on those results. So just to finish off the results, Paul, will you tell us about the relays at Aldershot?
Oh, sure, yeah. It's such a busy time of year with the track season finishing. There's the relays, there's the upper team, the lower age group, the upper age group both winning their national finals, and then the under 20s going to Spain and arguably being the best European club in Europe. Best club in Europe rather, losing to a very strong Turkish team. The cross-country season then kicks in and overlaps, the winter season with the road and cross-country. So we had our first major championships at Aldershot, which was the alternative Southerns. The Southern Counties ran a little event at Crystal Palace, but a lot of the clubs boycotted that for one reason or another and went to Aldershot. So we went down there. We had a very good squad there. We had a brand new tent man on site, Ken Daniel, looking after the tent, put the tent up for us, which was fantastic. We had a great turnout. We had nearly 50 athletes, seniors and juniors. We had 15 teams over the age groups. We won 3 medals. Gold for the under 17 girls, made up of Libby White, Caris Firth and Fleur Todd-Woolworth. To win that, I mean, South of England, it's a fantastic achievement. The other 15 boys, they were 2nd with Lucas Elquist, Joseph Hill and Joe Skanes. Joe and Lucas ran the 4th and 5th quickest times today. Back to Fleur, actually. Fleur ran the 2nd quickest individual time today, which is fantastic. And then the under 13 boys, they won silver, and that was Harry, Colin Smith, Daniel Horgan and James Shaw. And we had good representation in all the age groups, 13 girls, boys, 15 girls, boys, 17 girls, boys. The senior women had 2 teams out, which is pretty unheard of in recent years. We've not had many teams running at all. They've never had 4 teams, they've had 2 complete teams, so that was very good. They were 18th and 33rd. And the senior men had a team out as well, which is really good. The senior men and the senior women, what they're doing this year with the new team management is fantastic. Mick Keenan and Steve Pearman, they've already got 15 women registered to run for the winter, and the men, the 4 guys are doing that. I've got 60 guys registered for the Kent League coming up, which is just, it's outstanding. I mean, I think last year we were impressed with 20, this year we've got 60, so we're going well. It's going to be a start of a busy season.
It really It's so nice hearing that cross country is coming back so hard at this club, because it's got such an important history for us. So I'm really pleased by that, and hope we can go one better than winning that mob match which we won last season as well. So that all sounds very good with 60 runners. You've got to hope, or a squad of 60 anyway. But Steve, we're still looking for more, aren't we?
Always.
Always looking for more.
Yeah, the more the merrier. Vets has no age limit. I just want to make that clear.
So we have the first Kent League fixture 2 weeks away on the 15th of October at Swanley Park. And you have until when, Steve, to get registered?
Well, we're putting in the initial entries next year too, but we can hold other entries until next week, next Wednesday. So
Okay,
let
great.
me know if you haven't done so already, and I'll make sure somebody is entered you.
Yeah, fantastic. So we very
Yourself
excited.
included, I hope. Nick.
I know. I was explaining to Stan actually, because we're discussing Beachy Head, and I have been carrying an injury, but I am sort of umming and ahhing about
It's a whole
it.
season.
Well, I'm coming back, so I'm thinking I should do. And of course, we do have the mini marathon coming up on Saturday. Tough with the train strike, but we've got, and there's 2 courses, I think, Claire. There's a mile and a
6K.
How much? 2.6k.
Yeah.
2.6k as well.
This is the Borough Challenge at the British Youth Championships.
Yeah.
And the mile is the fun run for schools.
Yeah,
So
and the club has really kind of rescued that for Bromley, and that's testament to the work that Jay Galley puts in, and Andy Frankish and the rest of the gang, because Bromley found themselves in a position where they didn't really want to support it with the cost, so they've asked us to take that on, and we've willingly done that, because it's not just about the youngsters in the club who represent us anyway, but it's also about the wider borough too. So we're carrying that on and making sure that happens, which I think is really, really important and really great that we're doing that. And then of course on Sunday we have the London Marathon itself. So hands up in the room, anyone doing that event? Yes, and there we go. Three. Everyone else, great. So how's your training going for that?
Not very well. Not very well. I haven't managed to get the miles in, but yeah, we'll aim for about 3:30. See what happens.
3:30. Well, Stan, what were you saying your PB was? The old marathon? 2:53. There you go. So there's your target.
Yeah, noted.
No, but that's great, and obviously such a brilliant event, and really looking forward to see how people doing it. I think Phil Sessman will be running. I don't know about Ross Braden, but certainly lots to look out for in that on Sunday. And then away from the competitions, we have a quiz night here on the 21st of October. So if you fancy that, you get your team together, bring your own nibbles, the bar will be open. It's £8 a head, teams of 6, so team captains to collect the money. So we're looking out to book that, look out on social media at BB Harriers AC to book your place. Right, Terry, on the bonus ball, please.
Last week it was a very worthy winner, John Turner at long last. Could I just say that we really must try and get the sheet filled up, because we're getting less and less in the winnings envelope. So without you not contributing everything, the winner comes out with less money. Next week there won't be a bonus ball here, because this table will be gone for a little hijinks away.
Yeah, okay. Well, Terry, thank you very much for your work on that. And maybe we can switch to collecting dollars instead of pounds, and it would help. I don't know, we'll sort of see. Okay, Tony, are you ready for the bonus ball?
No, for the...
Not for the 300 club.
That's right, yeah.
300 club. And it's a shame we don't have the is reading out the results. Who's going to do that for you? You're going to do it? Okay. So you're handling a lot. You're holding your ball bag and your clipboard.
You can hold the ball back.
I'll bring your ball back.
Okay, right. Now this is a big month there. 150 quid the first prize.
Wow. You ready?
Yeah, why
Well, I'm
don't
going
you...
to go to Andy Kingsmill. Have a rummage around.
Close.
Number 6 on its own.
Number 6 is Dave Cordell.
Wow. So what are we on now? That was that 150?
This is one for 100.
Right. This next one. And you pass President Pat Cowman. Oh.
No, tough in here. On the palm, 190. It's not your age, Tony. It might be.
190. It's not in quite close. Gareth Lloyd.
Right.
And the last one is for 50 quid.
50 quid,
Just
right.
fi- just
which
50.
is all the compensation that Stan's going to get back for his botched cruise. So here you go, Stan. $175.
175. A lady called Linda Hoyru.
Wow!
That's it.
Wade, fantastic. Right. Does anyone have any news to share with the club? Does anyone else have? No, sir. In that case, thank you very much. Good night.
You've grown about 2 foot since I